I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair.
Welcome to the Scorcher Report, news that burns. I'm Rich Gary.
And I'm Pedro Santa Cruz. We're coming to you not so live from our studio in downtown Tucson. It is August 9th. Here's some local news.
Local news?
Well, some kind of news. I don't know what kind of news.
We're going to do it, folks. We're going to bring you the news from our voices to your ears through the video.
That sounds creepy.
It does. A national company is expanding business operations to Tucson. They're expected to invest over $29 million during their move and projected to add $1 billion to the local economy while also attracting other aerospace and defense companies to the local area. City officials are not revealing the name of the company and are only referring to them as Project Treasure. Sounds like leprechauns to me.
It's got to be leprechauns.
It must be leprechauns.
They're so greedy.
I hate them.
And Irish. Catalina Foothills School District on Tucson's north side was named the best school district in Arizona by school ranking website Niche. The rankings took into account factors such as test scores, graduation rates, college readiness, and SAT scores. The district also was recognized this week as the top district for scoring cocaine by Blow magazine.
Niche.
That's good to know. You were just asking me where to score some the other day. Now you know.
No, I was looking for some gluten.
The more you know.
Do you know anybody who's selling gluten?
I believe Hostess, if they're still in business.
I snorted my last line of gluten before we came out here.
Good stuff.
Tucson Unified School District returns to school this week. Oh no, school's back. But due to some malfunctioning air conditioning units, thousands of students will be without working air conditioners for the first few days of school. This, of course, is an improvement from last year when the district had no running water and was short on teachers and hired a Kraken teacher. Kraken? A Kraken teacher to teach the entire second grade. What's a Kraken?
It's a creature, I believe, that attacks. It's some sort of mythological beast.
They work pretty cheap.
Kind of like me, a mythological beast. I think the students should just go to the casino for the first few days of school. At least they have an air conditioner.
You think the casino? That's horrible. It's a horrible idea.
It'll be great. For English, they can learn all about the vocabulary of gambling.
Vocabulary of gambling. What about math and science?
Well, that's easy. For math, they can learn about subtraction when they lose all their money. For science, Mafia boss Tony can demonstrate a dissection of deadbeat gamblers who haven't paid up. I'm gonna miss you, Cigarette Steve.
Stay in school, kids. I'm happy you have no children.
Okay.
All right, folks, let's move on to national news. Tucson's boring.
It's not that boring.
I know, I live here.
But it is pretty boring.
The Center for Disease Control, or CDC, has made a public service announcement reminding people not to wash or reuse condoms and to, quote, use a fresh one for each act. When the president was asked to comment, he looked at his son Eric and replied, "What's a condom?"
These are the same people who tell us to wash our hands? Come on, people, which is it? This is confusing.
That was not news to me. Washing a condom sounds completely disgusting.
Have you ever had to use a condom, Rich?
Yes, I have.
Well, that's surprising to me. Over 450 Floridians were ordered to surrender their guns under the state's new red flag laws, which allow the state to take away guns from owners if they are found to be a threat to themselves or others. In completely unrelated news, the Florida State House is selling 450 guns for cheap. Email info@floridahouse.gov for details. Sounds like a good program to get guns to people who need them.
People who need them are the people walking the streets.
Everybody needs guns, people.
Everybody needs guns. Guns, family, cigarettes. I don't know.
And gambling.
And gambling. Disneyland is raising their hourly rate to $15 an hour. following a continuous battle over wages and benefits. Park officials happily announced that Goofy can finally afford an apartment and won't have to put down Pluto after all.
So what is that, like dog slavery or something? One dog owning another?
Pluto is a duck, right?
No, Pluto is a dog.
Pluto's a dog also?
Yeah.
Wait, no, Goofy's a duck.
They're both dogs, Rich. They're both dogs.
Goofy's a duck.
This is dog slavery.
Are you sure that Goofy is a dog also?
Goofy is a dog.
It's a dog owning another dog. Yes, it's you nailed it.
Apparently, the Emancipation Proclamation does not apply to Disney and Disney-related corporations.
Does not extend to fictional characters.
Electric car manufacturer Tesla posted its biggest loss in company history, booking a net loss of over 717 million. Despite the bad news, Tesla CEO Elon Musk says that his next world-changing invention will be flying cars that run on debt. He's a successful guy.
Yeah, he is a successful guy. I wish I could fill my stomach with debt because I never go hungry.
What is your stomach filled with?
Sadness.
That figures.
Speaking of environmentalism, our guest today is a multi-hyphenate when it comes to activism. Richard Cancer has served for over 20 years in various campaigns to protect the environment and now human rights. Cancer is the director of Tucson Invalidates the Patriarchy, or T.I.P, where he works to promote equality for all genders. Let's give him a warm welcome to this brave man, Richard Cancer. Closer to the mic, like this.
Thanks, Rich. It's great to be here.
Oh, I assumed you were a man.
Did you just assume my gender?
Well, yeah, your name is Richard.
Look, I know you live in a patriarchal society and all, but if I want to be a woman named Dick Cancer, then I'm a woman named Dick Cancer. Got it?
Yeah, sure. But why did you call yourself Richard or Rich? It'd be less.
Because Rich is a stupid name. It's the name of the 1%. The 0.000% is a symbol of slavery. How's being a slave treating you, Rich?
I'm a free man.
Don't let Carol hear you say that. You'll get put in the stocks.
Is that where you were last night? I heard screaming.
Yeah, fortunately, I'm into the kinky stuff.
I just tweeted that you said that, and I tweeted your address.
Joke's on you. I haven't had internet in months, and I got kicked out of my apartment last night. Luckily, I had those cozy stocks to sleep in.
Okay, how about we get back on track? So, Dick, I'm told you're involved in other causes, that it's not just the tip.
Just the tip.
Who told you that?
Well, your Wikipedia page says so.
Wikipedia. A CIA PSYOPs project. Everybody knows that.
That's right, Pedro. I'm starting to warm up to you.
Looks like I'm ready to get me some Dick Cancer.
All right, what else do you have going on, Dick?
I run a nonprofit that runs an emergency tree planting program. We're losing thousands of acres of forest every day, so we try to replenish the earth by planting trees underneath state houses, police stations, places like that. In 50 years, those babies will take over those hallowed halls of racist repression. It's called anarcho-arborist, or AA for short.
Don't people get confused by the acronym, like, Alcoholics Anonymous?
Oh, they do. We get a lot of spillover. They come for the meetings, but they usually stay for a planning or two. We just found that they usually need something to do besides drink.
All right, that sounds kind of noble, I guess. What else?
Over the years, I've done everything from blowing up dams, smashing the windows of the World Trade Center, just simple stuff. And that was just elementary school. In the 2000s, I started Truthers in Truth, or TIT for short. That group exposed the public to the state-led violence, also known as 9/11.
Wow, well, you've certainly got away with acronyms.
Tit. I'm into it.
So, do you think 9/11 was an inside job?
No, we know that 9/11 was an inside job, just like we know that the government is setting up FEMA camps in Tucson. Why do you think that all that construction is going on?
Well, because the city's growing. Those are restaurants and stores. And...
Stores. Why do you think they're putting up all these restaurants and stores? Obviously, they're planning to put a dome around Tucson to carry out their plan of enslaving us all or something. Come on, Rich.
Okay, well, agree to disagree, huh? But these days it's just the tip, right?
Not just the tip. The tip is never enough. No, this year I started a new organization.
What's the acronym?
Communists to Undermine Mueller, or COME for short. We need to let the American people know that this whole Russia thing is just a witch hunt intended to discredit our commander-in-chief. God.
Wait, after all that, you're a Trump supporter?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be? He's our president. He's our leader. He's a genius. Don't tell me you're a Clinton-loving globalist. Now I get why they call you Rich. God.
Well, no, I don't know what I am. I just like telling jokes, but I figured since you're, like a hippie communist that you wouldn't like Trump very much, you know?
Rich, rich, rich. So silly. So naive. You should be called poor because of your intelligence.
Don't
She's
laugh.
hilarious. The girl of my dreams.
Girl?
Woman?
Woman?
I'm just gonna stay quiet from here on out.
Listen, guys, this is how ideology works. This side represents the right wing. This side represents the left wing. When you go far enough in either direction, the two sides meet, and they make a nice hat. Would you like a hat?
Me? No, thank you.
Sure, I'll take 3.
What?
Aluminum's about to skyrocket with these tariffs. Plus, I can use it to wrap my horse meat.
Oh my God, you're eating horse meat?
Well, Carol stuck some into my sandwich a while ago. At first I was mad, but then I started to like it. Good lady, that Carol.
Yeah, Carol tried to kill me.
People make mistakes.
Look, I'm really busy. If you want a hat, go to justthetip.org.com.biz. That has our pay what you want, but you want to pay $20, which is the minimum.
For a tinfoil hat, $20.
They're called Jupiter hats, Rich. Grow up.
Ugh, whatever. Bye. Oh, well, she's already gone. Back to more national news, huh?
Friday, July 27th, marked the appearance of the blood moon, the longest total lunar eclipse of the century. In more surprising news, when the blood moon finally arrived, I got my period. What does that mean?
That means that was a joke. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos will repeal an Obama-era rule that penalized for-profit colleges that leave students with poor job prospects after graduation. DeVos said that those students that secure employment will be given jobs at the unemployment office, where they can process fellow students' unemployment claims.
Sounds like a good gig.
It's like a circle.
Circle of hiring.
Circle of bad decisions.
All right. The Department of Defense is reportedly planning to create a new Space Operations Force in upcoming months at the direction of President Trump without congressional approval. On Wednesday, Trump announced the first phase of the Space Force plan, which involves trapping Hillary Clinton in carbonite and dumping R2-D2 on Tatooine. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's from Star Trek.
I thought it was from Lord of the Rings.
Ah, you're right. No, that's Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter.
A pregnant Miami woman went into labor after she was allegedly kicked in the stomach by an off-duty police officer. Once born, the baby was promptly arrested for injuring the officer's foot. Of course he was.
Justice was served.
Justice was served. What was that baby thinking?
Kids these days.
They'll never learn, and they're always with the juice boxes.
Juice boxes. I think you're up, big guy.
Oh, geez, Louise, do you see what time it is?
No, can I see your watch?
It's time to go to Kim Sunny Burnham with your Tucson 5-day forecast. Take it away, Sunny.
I think you have an infection there.
Yes, it's typhus. I have typhus. Oh wait, she's in Studio 3. Sunny Burnham with the weather, folks. Take it away.
Hi, Tucson. It's Kim Sunny Burnham with your Tucson 5-day forecast, brought to you by Carol's Carrot Cake Coasters, the only coasters that you can eat. Who's this Carol? Pedro, do you know who Carol is? Do you like Carol? Geez, I leave for 1 week and everything changes. Oh, well, that's life. Anyways, I just got back from vacation. I'll tell you, I need a vacation from my vacation, if you know what I mean. 12 days stuck in the cave will do that to you. While everyone else was focused on those Thailand guys, I was chewing down my ex-boyfriend, Blake. And just like his personality, he was bitter and too tough. Man, hey, you do what you need to do to survive, folks, and so you don't judge me. But I don't want to bore you with all my vacation stories, and I've got a lot. But you can go to Facebook for the pics, because they're not acceptable for work pics, you know what I mean? Okay, let's do something more exciting, like the weather! Yay! I don't know about you, but I've been pretty dry lately. This monsoon season has been a total prude. It's like I put on my raincoat and I cover up the house in saran wrap and we get like 5 drops of rain. What do I have to do to get wet these days? Well, you'll be thrilled to learn that we might see some rain all weekend. But don't get too excited because you might not get too wet. There's only a 30% chance of rain through the weekend, and on the other hand, the doctors once told me that I only had a 30% chance of surviving that bout of botulism. And here I am, so who knows? Look out for showers in the late afternoon, which is great because it gives you the evening to pick up all the things washed up in the trash and in the gutter. Like this necklace, I found it in the gutter. You never know what you're gonna find. Well, we're also gonna see temperatures drop down to the mid-90s through the weekend and into the next week. With any luck, those gusts of winds won't feel like you're trapped inside a blow dryer. Whew, I hate that. We'll see. The upside is that it's gonna give us plenty of preparation for the fateful day when Satan finally calls. Whew. Well, I'm exhausted after that vacation. I'll have to work on my stamina. So that'll do for your Tucson 5-day forecast. This has been me, Kim Sunny Burnham. And if you've been listening closely, I'm single again. Call me Pedro. Call me.
Hey, thanks a lot, Sunny. We sure missed you around here. No, it's fine. You can stay over there. I didn't mean it like that. Don't come over here, please. Ugh, I almost had to get the Purell.
And now for some news out of the Washington cesspool. A court. Oh, did you want to take this one? Go ahead.
No, please.
All right.
All right, I'll do it.
A court ruled on
Monday.
I think you're messing the people up in there.
Are you gonna go?
Go ahead, Rich.
Go, you please.
I defer.
I defer.
All right, defer. A court ruled on Monday that the Trump administration needs to stop administering psychotropic medication to migrant children without obtaining permission. U.S. District Judge Dolly G. noted that the children who testified they were given drugs every morning and every night while being detained at Shiloh Residential Treatment Center in Manvel, Texas. Trump administration officials said that due to the ruling, they would no longer be able to throw their LSD-fueled love-in planned for Labor Day. Well, I really butchered that one.
Yeah, are you done yet?
I don't know what I just said, and I don't know if it was a joke.
You want to read this one too?
No, I think I should sit a couple out after that.
The Trump administration failed to meet a deadline to reunite migrant families separated at the border. Officials say that the government was issued an extension for half credit.
It's better than nothing.
I got a short one.
Play that back again there, buddy. The Trump administration predicted some moderate environmental impacts from a new route through Nebraska that will transport oil in the Keystone XL pipeline running through Nebraska. According to the report, these minor environmental effects include the state of Nebraska ceasing to exist.
Well, that doesn't sound that bad, right? Nebraska slam.
I will not miss Nebraska.
I don't even know what Nebraska is. And by that I mean, I don't know what happens there. Over 36 permits to import lion trophies from Zimbabwe and Zambia have been issued by the Trump administration since 2017, according to documents obtained by the advocacy groups Friends of Animals. No word yet on whether the trophies will be subjected to sanctions. Regardless, African lions say that it's cool because in the future, lions will carry trophies of humans. They explained that this knowledge is also why cats are such dicks to humans.
That's funny. I like that.
I love my cat, and I'm pretty sure my cat hates me.
When you were reading that story, I was having trouble determining whether you were telling the truth or whether you were lying.
I was acting, folks.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced the formation of a so-called Liberty Task Force that will study discriminatory behavior towards religious groups. The task force, who is also referred to as the God Squad, will feature a nun who will be tasked with ruining sexuality for young boys, and a priest who is tasked with also ruining sexuality for boys. That's pretty messed up.
You know who ruined sexuality for me? Was my grandpa. He tried to give me a sex talk. You ever get a sex talk from your grandpa?
I did not.
Yeah.
What did he say, Rich? What did he say?
I don't think I should say here on the Scorcher Report.
Okay. That will be a news story for another time.
The Trump administration is considering scaling back on the scope of endangered species, the act itself, the Endangered Species Act, and potentially allowing the hunt of some endangered animals. Administration officials say that they're trying to reduce the size of government over public lands and get rid of onerous regulations that impact business growth. However, when pressed further, the officials admitted that the decision was simply revenge for the bald eagle that attacked President Trump back in 2016. Now we see what it's all about.
Frankly, that sounds made up.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Carol. You seem chipper.
Yeah, well, you know, why wouldn't I be?
So, what's up?
You know, I just wanted to see how you're doing. Just checking.
We're okay.
Yeah, you know, miserable, but kind of run-of-the-mill miserable.
You know, Carol, we're kind of, we're doing a show right now, so like.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you.
Go ahead, tell us what is it? Tell us.
Well, we're in a lot of trouble.
What? What's wrong?
That Richard Cancer guy, apparently he was photographed leading a white supremacist march, so not good optics at all.
Okay. That is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad. They also caught him sculpting and erecting like a Confederate statue and in the middle of downtown San Francisco, which, as you might know, is not really a fan of the whole Confederate thing.
Okay, well, yeah. I hope that no one's into the whole. I hope nobody's into the Confederate thing.
Well, here's the thing. Since you tweeted your support for him, that just kind of made it worse.
What are you talking about, though? I don't tweet.
Well, it was your social media team, and they thought it would be provocative. And it was provocative. It just, it provoked the wrong people, like the president.
Trump talked about me?
Yeah, he said that someone finally went too far, and it was you. And for some reason, it pissed people off more than the Richard Cancer thing. Yeah.
Wait a second. I have a social media team?
Yeah, and they're not very good, but we can't afford anything better, so I've decided to keep them on staff. But there is bad news.
Well, that was all bad news.
I'm being forced to sell the company.
No way. Okay, who?
Rim Freelon.
Oh no. I hate Rim Freelon.
Who's that?
Well, he's like this techie guy who's always trying to save the world. He's the worst.
Sounds terrible.
So when is it all gonna start, Carol?
Right now. So yeah, see you suckers. And just to let you know, this has been the second worst experience of my life. And you know what? If you see Brendan, tell him that he was the #1 worst experience of my life.
Hey, we know exactly what you're talking about. All right, well, you know what? Let's soldier on and let's get it going on through, you know?
I thought we were leaving. In protest.
Why would you think that?
Rights, solidarity, workers unite, all that. Plus, there's a race that starts in an hour, and I'd like to get there early and scout the discarded tickets. You never know what you might find.
Look, we'll be quick. I just want to, let's just bust through this entertainment news, you know?
What will happen to our America if we don't get our entertainment news?
Exactly, that's the spirit. Over 30 current and former CBS employees have accused CEO Leslie
Moonves.
CEO Leslie Moonves of sexual harassment, which was detailed in a New Yorker report. A source said that you know that something's wrong when a 68-year-old billionaire white man takes advantage of his power. We here at Scorcher Report think we speak for the entire country when we say that we're utterly shocked. Moonves will remain CEO at CBS while an independent investigator looks into the sexual harassment allegations. Meanwhile, Moonves says he'll spend his final days sexually harassing as many women as he can.
You know, Rich, I am shocked by that story. A billionaire like that, and he's only sexually harassed 30 women? That's quite surprising to me.
Did it say 30 women?
It did. It said 30.
Yeah, that's kind of low.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a little low.
That's very shocking.
Yeah. Well,
Singer.
maybe,
Oh, excuse me.
well, he could have murdered a lot of the ones that didn't come forward.
Touche. Singer Taylor Swift donated hundreds of concert tickets to Massachusetts police officers after the death of Officer Michael Chestnut. On the downside, a bunch of Massachusetts police officers now have to attend a Taylor Swift concert. I think she's great, personally.
I don't.
You don't?
Taylor Swift?
Yeah. Who are you, more Britney Spears or
Thumbs down.
Christina Aguilera?
I like Weird Al.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. But, you know, he's just not a sex symbol. In an interview, Pamela Anderson said that boys are angry because they're masturbating too much, which is just like Pablo Escobar blaming people for snorting too much cocaine. Pamela Anderson is responsible for so much wasted sperm that they could repopulate civilization by combing through my computer chair.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
To comb through my computer chair?
and repopulate the Earth with your sperm?
Be a bunch of little Scorcher Report babies.
Yes, I think that would be the downfall of civilization for sure.
A bunch of little babies running around. On to national and international news.
Sounds very creepy. And on to another creepy story. Singer Neil Diamond paid a surprise visit to firefighters battling forest fires in the Northern California city of Redding and performed a rousing version of the song Sweet Caroline. The fire reportedly engulfed 200 additional acres during Diamond's performance.
That was a good move by the fire. Celebrity chef Guy Fieri also paid a visit to the California firefighters, thankfully not to sing his own version of Sweet Caroline. Fieri teamed up with the Salvation Army to feed the firefighters in what he called, quote, a makeshift kitchen. Unfortunately, the firemen were not ready for Fieri's donkey sauce and spent the next hour clamoring for their makeshift outhouses.
Poop jokes will never get old.
That donkey sauce, it got him.
This has been,
No.
This has been the Scorcher Report. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Scorcher Report on
Facebook, YouTube.
Please visit TucsonWeekly.com for some reason.
Oh, yeah. You can go on to, I really butchered that one, huh? You go on to TucsonWeekly.com and vote in the Tucson Best of 2018 and vote for me as Best Comedian, Rich Gary. That's my name, if you were wondering.
And you can also go on there and vote for me, Pedro Santa Cruz, as the Best Certified Public Accountant. I can watch your money, I can take care of your money, and I can keep your books in line.
Folks, we kind of get the impression that Carol's going to clean house, so if you want to submit stories, now would be the time. You can send us a personal message on our Facebook account or email us at info@creativetucson.com. And also, stop sending us hentai.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair.
So let me tell you a story about Connecticut. When I was born in a hospital with 600 children. We were all born on the same day. It was a really crazy event. And all of us actually had the same mom.
Anyways, I'm like the salesman. I'm like, I'm whoever, and I'm with whoever.
Way to memorize that, man. You got that down.
Yeah.
Pat.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.